So hey guys, what's going on? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of my fans that had gone way too psychotic. So let's get into it. So anyway, a few months ago, I had still been spamming Quick Add, and that will become a more prevalent thing as time goes on when I have more stories to share. That Quick Add was probably the worst decision I've ever made, but you know, that's life, I guess. So I guess I quick added this girl somehow. For the name of the story, I'm going to name her Gwen. And now Gwen would always text me and stuff like that, like when I originally added her, but then we kind of went separate ways. And then one day randomly, I don't know if she had added me back or not, but she started texting me out of the blue. She's like, Chase. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Because I'm like, I didn't know who it was. Like, I have a crush on you, blah, 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 this and that. And at the time, I was dating a girl that goes to my school. And so I was kind of like, okay, well, why is this girl after me? And she also knew I had a girlfriend because she had asked, like, how's your girlfriend doing? And then I'm like, yeah, she's doing okay, blah, blah, blah. And I was sick at this time, too. And she goes, Chase. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, I love you. I'm like, I don't even know you, girl. I haven't even fucking talked to you at all in the last couple of months. How do you feel that way about someone you don't even talk to? She's like, I know. I've watched your stories. I've seen your stories. I watch your YouTube videos. I've watched every single one of them. I've watched this. I've watched that. I even came to Manitoba. Mind you, this chick lives in fucking Alberta. And she apparently came to Manitoba to come and see me, but CFS took her back. Which has got to be the most craziest thing I think I've ever heard, is one of my fans coming to come and meet me. Which is really weird, but you know, whatever. Or it's some creepy stalker. Thank God I didn't have my Snap Map on for her, otherwise I might have been done. Anyway, so I talked to her for a little bit there, and then I ended up breaking up with the girl I was dating, and I told her, and she was all, Chase, this and that, I could replace her, blah, blah, blah. And I really didn't have an interest in her. So I'm like, okay, well, whatever. So I decided to do one weekend, smash her pass on my story, which honestly was probably one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made, but, you know, whatever. And so she starts replying to it and replies to the story, and she progressively comes more and more, like, attached to me from it. Like, she sees me saying, like, smash to some people. And she becomes more attached to it in the sense of, she's all like, oh, so there's these other people, you're like, and if we dated, you would cheat on me, blah, blah, blah. Ended up calling that night, talked a little bit, you know, how it goes. Called the next night, didn't really talk. She just kind of, like, sat there. So I'm like, okay, and we talk a little bit more. And then one night, we're texting, and she's all acting all, like, kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, like, weird. And then she decides to start video snapping me. But in this video snap, it's her cutting herself with like this small little razor that she had, like cutting herself, and you could see it was doing damage because she started bleeding everywhere. And I'm like, well, I did not want to see that at 1 a.m. on a fucking Wednesday morning. So I tell her that I'd asked for proof because I wanted to make sure she wasn't actually doing it, and she did. And I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of screwed up. So I kind of sat there and thought to myself that this chick probably needs help. And so I'm like, okay. And she'd act like she wants a relationship with me, but then she would just kind of like never respond to me or never call me or anything. And then she'd get pissed off when I'd say I had interest in someone else. And so when I told her I was dating someone else, she kind of had like this thought in her head that we were dating, like this. I'm pretty sure it's just her mind playing with her, because I know she has like a lot of mental health things and stuff like that, and she acted like we were in a relationship even though I never stated that we were. She acted like it. So I told her one day that I'm dating someone else, and she's like, I'm done, I'm killing myself, blah blah blah, this and that. And then she goes ghost mode. I'm like, okay, well, that's a little strange, but whatever. You text the next day, it's her posting her face on her Snapchat story again. I'm like, okay, well, it's her obviously trying to guilt trip me and shit, but whatever. And then one night we were texting and shit, and I was calling her, and she's like, no, I'm with blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. And then this guy decides to start texting me. Now, this guy is, 18, I think it is? And the girl in the story is 14. So you guys do your opinion on that one. But she's like, the guy's like saying he wants to kill me and all this shit. How he wants to snap my neck, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, so I got fed up with the bullshit and blocked her. And then today I ended up adding her back because I'm like, okay, well, maybe she's calmed down. Nope. Ask her, hey, how's your boyfriend doing? And she's like, oh, we're doing great. We just had sex an hour ago. And I'm like, I don't really care if you're having sex with this guy or not. Like, I don't want to hear about it. And then I go, cool, I don't care. And she's like, bro, I really hope you kill yourself. I really hope you die on a rock. No one cares about you. You're nothing. And then calls me the N-word. Like, brother. What? I think she was just, like, fucking mad. And she's like, you played with my feelings. I'm like, you played with mine, bro. You acted like you wanted something from me. And then get mad when I don't want you because you didn't text me or anything. Like, brother.